Hello, my name is Noura, accounting and tax professional and the founder of Noura's Books. I help nonprofit organizations to increase funding to surpass $5 million with $5 million with efficient process and regulatory compliance. Today, I'm going to talk about nonprofits requirements. So what should you have in order to file for 990 this tax season? So if you run a nonprofit, so you must know that you have to file 990 before May 15 if your organization in calendar year. So if your organization in calendar year, meaning that the year ends at December 31st of last year, that means you have to file your 990 by May 15, which come into Sunday at a Sunday this year. So it's gonna be May 16 for this year. So you have to file by then. But now you must be prepared. You must have. You might already filed already. I hope you already filed. If not, you have to be prepared for now, and you have to. I'm gonna go over like 5 lists. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go over 5 lists you need to prepare in order to do the 990, the long form, the long form, or the even 990 easy. You need this list. These are not the only lists you're gonna need. You're gonna need more than that, but I'm gonna go over only 5 lists in this video. First list is the 5 highest employees, the 5 highest compensated employees in your organization. The second list, it's going to be the 5 highest compensated independent contractor in the organization. So these are 2 lists now. So whether they're employee or independent contractor, you have to list them down. You list their address, you list how much they have, they compensated, like how much their salary, how much they are paid. You must list those, and there's like different area for to list the independent contractor than the employees. So these are 2 lists. The third list is the officers or trustee or board members, key people, key employees, board member. In another line as decision makers in your organization. So IRS wants to know who makes decisions. So if the organization is in trouble, those people are in trouble too. So you need to be careful. So you need to have a list of these key people in the organization with their updated addresses. So now we are at 3. Another list, the number 4, it's going to be the programs you are doing. So as a nonprofit, you are required to report each program separately. So you need to list those programs and explain what are these. 5th item is you need to list donors who give you more than $5,000 in a calendar year or in your physical year, whatever you go for. So any donor, which is whether it's an individual, foundation, just any grants you're getting, anywhere you get more than $5,000 from one entity or individual, you have to list that person or entity in your 990. And remember, this 990 is a public documentation, so you need to list everything. And you have to be accurate. You have to list their addresses. So these are 5 lists you need to take care of. You need to prepare in order to do your 990, an accurate 990. And you have to be careful. If you are sending your 990 with missing information, IRS will reject it and will return it back to you. Now, if they accepted and if they didn't know there was missing information, that doesn't mean they're not going to go back to you. So you want to be careful. You want to have someone who is qualified doing that 990 for you. It's also your image. Like, this is going to be public documentation. So if you don't have it accurately done, it's going to represent your organization. So if you are seeking fund later on, you're not going to be able to get quality funding, a lot of funding You may still have like 1,000 here, 2,000 there, but you're not gonna have like that hundreds of thousands or $1 million funding, because your 990 does not represent that you have the capacity to manage those money. So make sure you do it as professional as possible. Pay for it, or if you don't have someone who is qualified to do it and who don't know how to do it, pay for that. It is an investment, it's not an expense. Make sure you have it filed correctly, make sure you have correct information, and if you haven't prepared for those information yet, don't wait until last minute. We already May now, so just make sure you have this information ready. We all know like it takes time to gather this information, so make sure you have it ready. I would recommend like to have this information with you, in a document, always saved, so whenever that time comes, you need to have updated information in your file, so you can just send it to the tax professional, or just that person who's gonna do the tax, the 990, they can have access to this information and just do accurate 990 accurate filing, so you stay away from trouble and you keep running your great programs to benefit the community and continue what you're doing. Now, and if you have any question, please don't hesitate to DM me or email me at noura@nourasbooks.com. You can also download a free ebook from on the bio, where I have a free ebook for nonprofit organization to help you stay tax exempt, because believe me or not, a lot of nonprofit organizations lose their tax exempt status, so you don't want to be one of them. And this is historical information. If you lose it once, you will be in that list with the IRS, and everyone will know that you once lost your tax exempt status, even though you can reinstate it. But you want to make sure you file every year, because if you do not file for 3 consecutive years, that's one of the reasons why you can lose your tax exempt status. And to know more reason that why you may lose your tax exempt status, download my ebook and you will have all that great information. And talk to you later, and I will see you later. Hopefully you stay in compliance in order to get funded. Bye, have a great one. Well, I thought I'm ending it, and for some reason I'm doing something else.